All right. Hello and good morning to everybody. How are you doing? Good, good. All right, guys. So I am actually going to be leading Huddle this morning for you. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. So I'll just kind of go in and I'll explain a little bit or tell you a little bit about myself. So my name is Bobby Waltz. I am actually in Bet's directorship. I am on Team Shark Squad. I have been here for just a little bit over 4 years. I am approaching 700 approved sales, and I've actually been in sales since I was 17. So a little more than half of my life I've been doing this. I was a manager for a really long time, and there was this really fun exercise that I would play with my team. With this exercise, it's very simple, it's very short, but there's a lot that you can learn from it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna describe exactly how it works. If you guys have any questions before we start the game, please feel free to ask me. But I'm just gonna kind of jump into it. So the exercise that we're going to be doing, well, first off, how many people do we have here? Okay, so we've got 10. So I'm gonna pair each of you up. So there's going to be two people per room that I'm gonna break you guys out into. Basically, in each pair, we're gonna have a salesperson and we're gonna have a service professional. What I will give you guys is the salesperson, I'm going to email you over a picture. This picture will be of some kind of image that I want you to describe to the service professional. You guys will get 3 minutes to describe the image, and there will be some stipulations to it. So there is a catch. Whenever you go to describe it, you have to use descriptive selling. So I don't want you to use any kind of generic wording. If there's a circle, I don't want you to say circle. If there's a square, I don't want you to say square. If there's a nose, I don't want you to say nose. So what I want you to do is I really want you to take this through as if the service professional is a child that has never heard of any of these things. You've got to create the image in their mind. You've got to create the image of an eye. You've got to create the image of a circle rather than just say that as if they understand it directly. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that we're drawing a circle. Rather than say draw a circle, what I'm gonna have you guys do is actually put your pen on a piece of paper, and then you're essentially gonna tell the service professional, go ahead and draw that around until the end meets the beginning. So at that point, they would want to put their pen, down to the paper and draw around until the end meets the beginning. So then you would say something like, now move, an inch down, and I'd like to see you draw another round point, or I'd like you to start at one point again and then draw it around until it meets, and then I want you to go 1 inch over and draw around until it meets. So rather than you saying, okay, draw a circle, now put 2 circles in the middle of it, now put a line, a smiley face, instead I want you to say, okay, I want you to start here and end here, start here and end here. And then once we get done with this exercise, I'll actually have each of you break out and we will discuss what you guys got from it, okay? All right, any questions? Perfect. All right, guys. So, I hope that was fun for everybody. I'm excited to see what you guys came up with and what the pictures will look like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call on each group. I want the salesperson to first take their phone and point it at the picture that they've got on their email. When you point at the picture, we will all get to see what you were describing to the service professional, okay? All right, perfect. So, all right, so you've got a house there? All right, fantastic. Okay, now I want the service professional to show the image that they drew based off of your description. Then the service professional will show their drawing. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so can anybody tell me what you got from this exercise or what you feel like this exercise might be pertaining to? Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. So here's the thing. We work in a different kind of sales. Our environment is not the same as if we were a car salesman, right? So whenever we are calling somebody, a lot of the times it's the first time we've ever spoken to them. A lot of the times it's the first time they've ever even heard of Home Advisor, or they may have heard of it, but they don't necessarily know how it works, all that good stuff. So when you take what we do in comparison to somebody who has something tangible, so let's go to a car lot, for instance, and I walk in and I go, I think I'm looking for a new car. Well, the car salesman gets to ask me questions, then he gets to take me out to these beautiful cars. All have brand new car smells. I just am excited. I want to take it off the lot. I'm ready to give him my credit card. I'm ready to let him run a credit check on me, right? Because there's something tangible. He doesn't have to necessarily sell the product or describe what I'm seeing because there's something visible in front of me. Well, when you're working on sales over the phone, it's a different beast. I mean, we're calling people and we're wanting them to see the same image that we're seeing. So when we're pitching our customers, we have to create a mental image in their mind. We have to pitch them as if they don't understand the program at all. Because even though you and I may have said this 100 times this week, right? We know exactly what we're saying word for word. We know what it means. We know what leads are. We know what all of this is. That doesn't mean that they do. So when we're running through it really quickly with them, expecting them to grasp it because we grasp it, we're not only setting ourselves up for failure, but we're setting them up for failure. So whenever we're describing our product, when we're describing that we sell leads, do we know that they know what a lead is? Do they understand what a lead is? Do they understand how the lead's going to come through to them? Do they understand the importance of calling the lead back? Do they understand the importance of reviews and ratings? Those are the things that we want to make sure that we're including in descriptive selling. We want to talk to this SP as if this is the first time they've ever dealt with any kind of marketing company that would deal with leads, unless otherwise they say, yes, I completely understand it. The importance of this is so that you're not going to backtrack later on, right? So you've gone through all of this and you're saying, okay, well, I'm going to send you leads. This is what this is going to be. You get to the closing and then they go, okay, well, wait. So are they calling me or am I calling them? Okay. So do I pay for every lead? Here's the problem is that when you're ready to close, they're still at the very beginning, still asking questions. So it's important that we are describing it and we are using descriptive selling just as important it is that we're asking questions along the way to make sure that they're moving forward with us. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's perfect. Okay. So yeah, let's get out there. Let's make sure we're creating images in their mind, okay? We're not just saying words to them. They can see our program. They can feel our program. They can understand our program, okay? Who wants to break us down on descriptive selling?